Your heart is beating too fast. You are sitting perfectly still in a quiet room, but your nervous system is operating as if you are being hunted. Your jaw is tight. Your breathing is shallow. You are thinking about a conversation you had 3 days ago, dissecting every word, searching for a mistake you might have made. You are thinking about an email you have not sent yet. You are constructing elaborate, terrifying scenarios about a financial ruin that has not happened and a social rejection that exists entirely in your own head. Your mind is spinning at a frantic, exhausting speed. You are trying to calculate every possible future outcome so that you can protect yourself from the unknown. You call this overthinking. You call it anxiety. You treat it like a malfunction of your brain. You take medication for it. You read books on how to suppress it. You desperately try to distract yourself from it with the noise of a screen. But your anxiety is not a disease. It is a mathematical error. 2,000 years ago, the most powerful human being on the planet suffered from this exact same crushing, suffocating panic. He had absolute authority over the known world, and yet he woke up every morning terrified of his own mind. To survive his anxiety, he did not turn to doctors, and he did not turn to distraction. He sat down in the dark, and he wrote a secret psychological survival manual. He realized that the panic tearing his mind apart was caused by a single catastrophic illusion, the illusion of control. Today, we are going to open that diary. We are going to use the private thoughts of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius to build a 7-day protocol that will permanently alter the way you process fear. We are going to construct a fortress inside your mind that nothing on the outside can ever touch. This is powerful speech. Chapter 1: The Architecture of Panic. There is a specific geometry to modern panic. It is not the fear of physical danger. It is a slow, dripping, invisible dread. You wake up and look at a piece of glass. Instantly, you are informed of a war on another continent, a collapse in the financial markets, a new disease, and the carefully curated, highly successful lives of 1,000 strangers. Your nervous system was designed to manage a small tribe, a specific piece of geography, and the physical problems sitting directly in front of you. You are now demanding that it hold the psychological weight of the entire globe. You look at all of this chaos, and a deep, ancient part of your brain decides that it is your responsibility to manage it. You believe that if you just worry enough, if you just calculate enough variables, you can steer the river of reality. Think about the sheer arrogance of this instinct. You are a fragile, temporary creature living on a rock spinning in an infinite void. You do not control the economy. You do not control the weather. You do not even control the thoughts of the person sleeping in the bed next to you. Yet you suffer deeply when the world does not conform to the script you wrote in your head. You get angry when a flight is delayed. You become sick with anxiety when a coworker misunderstands your intentions. You lose hours of sleep because a stranger on the internet disagreed with you. You are attempting to build a secure house out of smoke. When you attach your emotional stability to things you cannot control, you are voluntarily taking yourself hostage. You are handing the keys to your nervous system to a chaotic, indifferent universe and then begging it to be gentle with you. This is the root of your exhaustion. You are not tired because you are doing too much physical work. You are fighting a permanent, invisible war against reality itself. To end the war, you must surrender the illusion of control.
Chapter 2. The Emperor's Secret Diary. When you hear the word Stoicism, you think of a marble statue. You think of a man standing entirely still, feeling no emotion, completely disconnected from the pain of human existence. This is a modern lie. Marcus Aurelius was not a statue. He was a man drowning in catastrophe. In the year 170, the Roman Empire was collapsing. Marcus was the emperor. It was his job to hold it together. The borders were being attacked by hostile tribes. The treasury was completely bankrupt. One of his most trusted generals, a man named Cassius, betrayed him and started a civil war. And then the Antonine Plague arrived. A brutal, horrifying disease swept through the empire, killing 5 million people. Dead bodies filled the streets of Rome. The tragedy did not stop at the borders of the empire. It broke into his own home. Marcus Aurelius had 14 children. He watched 13 of them die. He buried his own children, one by one, in the cold earth. He was the most powerful man on the planet. He commanded the greatest army in human history. He could order the execution of any man, and it would be done. And yet, he was completely powerless to stop the plague. He was powerless to stop the betrayal of his friend. He was powerless to keep the breath in the lungs of his own children. If anyone had the right to be consumed by anxiety, it was him. If anyone had the right to lose his mind, to become bitter, to become a tyrant, it was Marcus Aurelius. But he did not. In the darkest nights of the campaign, sitting in a cold, damp war tent near the Danube River, he lit a candle and opened a private journal. He did not write for an audience. He did not write to be remembered. He wrote strictly to keep himself from falling apart. The book we now call Meditations was never meant to be published. It was a man performing psychological surgery on himself in the middle of a nightmare. He wrote to remind himself of the only thing he actually possessed. He realized that his empire was not Rome. Rome could burn. Rome could fall to sickness. His true empire was the space between his own ears. Chapter 3. The Map of the Inner Citadel. You believe that your anxiety is caused by the events of your life. You believe you are stressed because of your job, or because of your finances, or because of the way someone treated you. Marcus Aurelius wrote a single sentence in his diary that shatters this illusion. He wrote, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it, and it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now." Look at the brutal mechanics of this truth. The event itself is entirely neutral. A loss of money is just a transfer of numbers. A rejection is just a sequence of words spoken by another human being. A storm is just water falling from the sky. The suffering does not come from the event. The suffering comes from your opinion of the event. The suffering is generated by your own mind, screaming, "This should not be happening." Marcus Aurelius divided the world into two distinct territories, the outer empire and the inner citadel. The outer empire is everything you do not have absolute control over: your reputation, your wealth, the economy, the traffic, the physical health of your body, the lifespan of the people you love. You can influence these things, but you do not control them. If a virus enters the air, your health can be taken. If the market collapses, your wealth can be taken. The inner citadel is the only territory you actually own. It is the fortress of your own mind. It contains only three things: your judgments, your decisions, and your character. Nothing can enter the inner citadel unless you open the gates. A man can steal your money, but he cannot steal your integrity. A person can insult you, but they cannot force you to feel humiliated. Only you can do that to yourself. Your anxiety is the result of a border dispute. You are extending your energy out into the outer empire, desperately trying to control things that belong to fate. You are leaving the gates of your own mind completely undefended while you march into the wilderness trying to order the wind to stop blowing. You must call your armies back. You must retreat into the Citadel.
You came here looking for a way to stop overthinking. You wanted a technique to force your mind to finally be quiet. But that is the wrong question. The right question is, why are you so addicted to the illusion that your overthinking will somehow change the future? Chapter 4. The Audit of Control. We are going to pull your energy back into the fortress, and we are going to do it over the next 7 days. This protocol is not about suppressing your emotions. It is about redirecting your authority. Days 1 and 2 are the audit of control. Tomorrow, when the familiar heavy weight of panic rises in your chest, do not run from it. Do not open your phone to distract yourself. Look directly at it. Take a physical piece of paper and draw a line down the exact center. On the left side, write down every single detail of the situation you are terrified of. Write down the impending failure. Write down the opinion of the person who dislikes you. Write down the potential collapse of your career. Now look at that list with the cold, absolute detachment of a Roman emperor. Ask yourself one question. Can I control this with my own will right now? You will discover a terrifying truth. 95% of the things destroying your peace of mind belong to the outer empire. They are the opinions of strangers. They are the unpredictable turns of the market. They are the actions of other adults. Move every single one of those items to the right side of the paper. Look at what remains on the left. The only things left are your own actions, how you choose to prepare, how you choose to respond, how you choose to carry yourself when the storm hits. For 48 hours, your only job is to categorize reality. Every time you feel the panic spike, ask the question, inner citadel or outer empire? If it is outside the walls, you must drop it immediately. It is not yours to carry. Chapter 5. The Severing of Attachment. Once you have audited the fear, you must practice the release. Days 3 and 4 belong to the severing. You have spent your entire life believing that your happiness depends on outcomes. If I get the job, I will be happy. If they love me back, I will be at peace. If I do not get sick, I will be okay. This is a fragile, miserable way to live. You are constantly waiting for the universe to grant you permission to be at peace. Marcus Aurelius practiced a concept that would later be called amor fati, a love of fate. It is not merely accepting what happens, it is embracing it. It is recognizing that the fire uses everything you throw into it as fuel. For these 2 days, you are going to sever your attachment to the outcome. When you send the email, you will accept that the response is entirely out of your hands. When you walk into the room, you will accept that the opinions of the people in it belong to them, not to you. When the mind attempts to drag you into a spiral of what if, you will interrupt it with a physical command. You will say, "This is not in my control. I release it." Stop trying to steer the river. Let the water move exactly how it wants to move. You are only responsible for the boat you are sitting in. When you finally stop demanding that the world behave according to your preferences, the anxiety collapses. The tension leaves your neck. You suddenly realize how much energy you were wasting trying to play the role of a god. We have been inside the mind of an emperor. We have looked at the collapse of the Roman world. Now, I want to come back to yours. Because the siege of the inner citadel is not ancient history. It is your Friday night. Chapter 6. The Fortress of the Present. When you withdraw your energy from the things you cannot control, a deep, profound silence arrives. This brings us to days 5, 6, and 7, the final construction of the fortress. Anxiety is a ghost. It cannot survive in the present moment. Anxiety only exists in the future, and the future is a phantom. It is a simulation running inside your brain. It does not exist in physical reality. When you sit in your chair and panic about next week, you are torturing yourself with an illusion. You are suffering before it is necessary, which means you are suffering more than is necessary. Marcus Aurelius survived the death of 13 children and the collapse of his empire through one specific psychological discipline. He forced his mind back into the present second. He wrote, "Do not let the panorama of your life oppress you. Do not dwell on all the various troubles which may have occurred in the past or may occur in the future. Just ask yourself in each instance of the present, what is there in this work which I cannot endure or support?" On days 5, 6, and 7, you are going to practice the brutal discipline of the present. When the mind tries to escape into tomorrow, you will drag it back to today. Look around the exact room you are sitting in. Look at your hands. Listen to the sound of the air in the room. Are you physically in danger right now in this exact second? You will find that the answer is always no. You have a perfect track record of surviving difficult days. You have survived 100% of the things you thought would destroy you. You do not need to figure out how to survive next month. You do not need to figure out how to survive next month. You only ever have to survive this exact second, and you are already doing it. The inner citadel is complete. The gates are closed. The storm can rage outside all at once. Let the world be unpredictable. Let other people be irrational. Let the future remain unknown. You are untouchable because your peace is no longer imported from the outside. It is manufactured on the inside. Subscribe to Powerful Speech as we reach beneath the surface of how we think, feel, and create our lives. And share this with someone who is ready to change the most important conversation they will ever have, the one they are having with themselves. Marcus Aurelius died on March 17th, the year 180. He was 58 years old. He passed away quietly in his military quarters near the Danube River, having never surrendered his mind to the chaos of his era. He left us with this truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When the panic rises in your chest tonight, who are you going to surrender the throne to? This has been Powerful Speech. A man sits in the darkest, most brutal prison ever constructed by humanity. He has been stripped of his name, his family, and his freedom. And in the absolute depths of hell, he is about to discover the only permanent cure for human burnout.